Many women in perimenopause suddenly noticing stubborn belly fat appearing almost out of nowhere, even though they're eating healthy and exercising. Give me the next few minutes and I'll explain why this belly fat migration happens and what supports the body during this transition. But before we start, let me briefly introduce myself. I'm Liat Nadler. I'm a board-certified nutrition specialist and a licensed dietitian. And over the past decade, I've helped hundreds of women, over 35, to lose the stubborn belly fat, restore their energy, and feel confident in their bodies again. Now, in every video, I share one strategy you can begin using right away so your body can feel supported during this stage of life. And one of the most common things that women share with me during this stage is this: nothing has changed, but my belly fat keeps increasing. Now, many women are eating healthy, they are exercising, they are following routines that supported their body earlier in life, but during perimenopause, the body begins to change. So clothes fit differently, the belly feels softer, weight begins to accumulating around the belly area. I call this the belly fat migration. Now, when women notice this change, they often respond by putting more effort. They cut calories, they try intermittent fasting, they reduce carbs, they increase cardio, they track calories and add more workouts. These strategies can feel like the logical next step when the body changes, but during the stage of life, estrogen levels start to decline, and more on that later. When that happens, the body changes how it stores fat. Instead of storing fat in areas like the hips and thighs, the body begins storing more fat around the waist. And when women respond by restricting calories and working out more, it creates more stress on the body, which increases cortisol levels. Cortisol is the primary stress hormone in the body and is one of the biggest drivers of belly fat accumulation. It also increases craving, slows metabolism, and over time can increase the risk of developing metabolic issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. So the harder women push, the more frustrated they become. So what's the solution? Well, the approach I teach focuses on supporting what I call the Perimenopause Triad. We need to address 3 systems to bring back balance to the body, so you can release the belly fat, lose the weight, and stop having all of these symptoms you have experienced. I'm talking about metabolism, gut health, and hormones. When these 3 systems receive the right approach, meaning the right foods or nutrients at the right time and the right combination, the body can begin restoring balance and improving how it uses fuel. And this is how it works. So the first step, support metabolism. This is where most women get it wrong. And I keep sharing this with all of my clients. They try to cut back calories, carbs, fasting, and other suggestions that they find online. These are all based on restrictions and missing one important fact, that our body is a very efficient machine. And when you keep restricting it, things will slow down and eventually it backfires. I see women coming to me eating very few calories per day and still gaining weight. So the core idea of this step is to restore your body's ability to increase its metabolic rate. You can actually manipulate your metabolism by making better food choices. That includes being more strategic with the type of foods that you eat, how much you eat from each food, and of course, food timing. Now, the food that you eat matters in more ways that I can explain. And this allows the body to use energy more effectively and basically forces your body to lose weight. And when you do it right, you should be able to start seeing initial results within the first 5 days. Meaning, feeling more energetic, your hair should stop falling in the shower, and the scale should start moving towards the right direction. Now, the second step is support hormones. And as I mentioned earlier, estrogen levels drop down gradually during perimenopause. Now, just in case you're new to this topic or new in my world, you hear about it first time, one of the things estrogen does in our body is distributes fat into the hips and thighs area. And at the same time, we have androgens. This is a group of hormones that are more male-like hormones they become relatively more dominant. It's not like the body produces more of them all of a sudden. It's just that the balance becomes more in favor of the androgens when estrogen level declines. And as a result, fat distribution more often shifts towards the belly area, more like a male body does. In addition to that, we add restrictive dieting and intense exercise that can increase the stress signals in the body. And what I mean is that cortisol levels, again, are up. Elevated cortisol associated with increased belly fat storage, stronger craving, slower metabolism, and increased risk for developing conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. So what we want to do is to introduce specific nutrients that support hormone shift and help regulate stress responses. And most women at this stage are trying to manage the symptoms like the weight gain, fatigue, sleep, and so on, and completely ignore the fact that all of these symptoms are created as a result of the body's natural response to the change in that balance. So if we give the body the nutrients that help bridge that gap, we are eliminating a huge part of this issue. Now, the third part, or the third step, is restore gut health. And in this step, we'll focus on improving your gut microbiome balance and digestive function. You might be wondering why this is important. Well, a healthy gut plays one of the most important roles in your overall health, your immune system strength, and can even affect your hormone and your metabolic rate. So by addressing any underlying gut issues, and we all have some, will create a strong foundation for you to achieve lasting results. Now imagine feeling lighter, more energetic, and having a strong immune system, all because you've taken the time to restore your gut health. So supporting your metabolism, hormones, and gut health together allows the body to restore balance. And this is how you reduce inflammation levels, regulate cortisol, and help the body shift how it uses fuel and how fat is being stored. So over time, usually within days or weeks, women notice changes in energy, metabolic function, and body composition. And this is the pattern I regularly see with my clients. Now, many women arrive after trying many diet approaches, supplement routines, and exercise plans while experiencing ongoing weight gain. When they begin supporting metabolism, hormones, and gut health together, the body often begins responding again. Their energy improves, body composition begins shifting, and their confidence returns. If you need help starting with implementing this approach, I created this resource that explains the perimenopause diet. It's completely free, and if you'd like access to it, comment me below and I'll send it to you. Understanding what the body needs during perimenopause can bring you clarity about the changes many women experience. And with the right support, you can see amazing results during this stage of life. And don't let anybody tell you something different.